New world top threatens Carlos Alcaraz and Sinner. The evolution of the British tennis player is becoming evident in the Spanish capital and already takes him to a more than deserved final. One of the most talked about names lately is Jack Draper, who may complicate things for Carlos Alcaraz. The Brit is making giant strides and is now ranked number 5 in the world, surpassing Novak Djokovic. If he wins in Madrid, he would become the second best tennis player of 2025, only behind the talented Spaniard. Moreover, Draper had already been seen for several seasons as someone capable of reaching Alcaraz's level, although he needed to improve his physicality. That aspect of his career has prevented him from competing at the highest level in Grand Slams. It's not necessary to go far to recall one of his retirements in a major, the 2025 Australian Open. The future of Carlos Alcaraz is already generating expectation due to Jack Draper's rise. In fact, the last few months for the Brit have been those of a global star. His great US Open run drew attention, where he reached the semifinals without dropping a single set, only losing to an unstoppable Jannik Sinner. Still, he was undoubtedly the player who challenged the world number 1 the most and showed that he had the game to match the Spaniard. Let's not forget that a few months earlier, he had already defeated Alcaraz at Queen's, denying him the chance to defend his title and proving unplayable with his serve on grass. And before the end of 2024, in late October, he won the biggest title of his career, the ATP 500 in Vienna, ensuring for the first time a year-end spot in the world's top 20. Currently, Draper has joined the elite club of the top 5 players in the world, so much so that 2025 is shaping up to be his breakthrough year. After retiring in Australia, he reached the final in the ATP of Doha and won his first Masters 1000, Indian Wells. In the Californian desert, Draper defeated strong rivals such as Alcaraz, Rune, Shelton, Fritz, and even the young tennis prospect Joao Fonseca. Beyond Madrid, the coming months are crucial for Draper. At just 23 years old, he is the best positioned name to occupy the last spot in a somewhat elusive Big Three. Probably, this generation of tennis stars is made up mostly of Alcaraz and Sinner, but the Brit wants to earn his place at the table. Draper responds to Alcaraz, "I guess if you want to be great you have to make sacrifices." The British tennis player responded to the opinion of the Spanish star, who recently said he believed it was possible to enjoy life and still be the best in tennis. Carlos Alcaraz's confessions in the recently released documentary about him, in which the Merchant stated that he saw it as compatible to enjoy life and be the best, have sparked a wave of reactions in the tennis world. One of the first to speak out about Alcaraz's words was fellow Spaniard Roberto Bautista, who in the mixed zone after his loss to Zverev, offered this advice to the Merchant, warning of the difficulty in balancing tennis with enjoying life. "I think top-level tennis demands a lot, right? I don't think Carlos is going to win Grand Slams if he's going to bed at 7 in the morning, right? In the end, I think tennis is very demanding. Everything is very nice now, he's very young, but he has to realize that if he wants to match the numbers of the 3 legends, he has to play at a high level for 15 years. And well, I consider him a smart player and person." A similar opinion was shared by Brit Jack Draper, who after his win over Tommy Paul, analyzed the debate stirred by Alcaraz, asserting that performing at a high level involves sacrifices, so he sees both things as incompatible. You can't deny that in any professional sport, especially tennis, there are fixed things: we play, compete, we're away from our families. We sacrifice our lives. If you play this sport the right way and give everything every day, tennis is very hard. Every day I ask myself, can I keep going? And I do. I guess if you want to be great, these are the things you have to do. There are people out there who have harder jobs, you know? I say this to keep things in perspective. I play a sport I love, travel with amazing people, and make good money. It's a great mental and physical challenge, but in a way, I enjoy it. I don't know how long I'll play or if I'll go until I'm 35. I'll just try to get the most out of my career and reach my full potential. And I know that to do that, I have to give everything. What does Jannik Sinner really envy about Carlos Alcaraz? In a revealing interview for Italian public television, the current world number 1 has broken his silence after serving a 3-month suspension for doping. With his return to the circuit just around the corner and the Rome Masters 1000 as the stage for his comeback, Sinner has reflected on his game, his emotions, and made an unexpected confession about what he most admires in the young Merchant tennis player. Could this rivalry define the future of tennis? Let's find out. Jannik Sinner is back. After his 3-month forced break, the Australian Open champion has reappeared in front of the media with disarming sincerity. In an exclusive interview for Rai, he reviewed not only his physical state but also his mental and technical evolution as a player. "Playing tennis is like playing poker," explained the Italian, making it clear that psychology is as important as talent on the court. In his view,